Practice set methods of energy transfer. All you have to do for these problems is determine whether this is talking about conduction, convection, or radiation. Remember from the notes, if you've read them, hopefully, that conduction is when two things are touching each other and the heat transfers from one to the other. For example, if I touch my desk with my hand, my desk feels cold to me because the heat is being transferred from my hand to the desk. Convection is when heat rises in a fluid. A fluid is a liquid or a gas. So if you have heat rising in a liquid or a gas, that's convection. Radiation is heat traveling as heat energy, which is heat waves, and it goes all directions from a heat source. So for example, radiation could be coming off of a hot light bulb, right? That heat is going to travel out from the light bulb as energy in all directions, right? It's not going up in a fluid and it's not touching anything directly, okay? So for each of these, put whether it describes conduction, convection, or radiation. In the next page, you're doing the same basic thing, but now you're talking about what is it insulating against. In other words, is it stopping conduction, convection, or radiation? So you're still going to write conduction, convection, radiation for these, but you're talking about which type of heat transfer is being stopped, because an insulator stops heat transfer from happening. Then when you get to the next page, here you're going to talk about where the heat is going from and where it's going to. Don't forget to do number one. A lot of people skip this one. Put the definition of heat in your own terms. You can read about it in the reading material, but then in your own words, you're going to rewrite it. Here, it's talking about the direction of heat flow, so it's going to go from one thing to another. So the example says an ice cube is placed in a glass of tap water. Well, the tap water has more heat energy than the ice cube does, so the heat energy goes from the tap water to the ice. That's all you have to do, is it goes from this to that for each of these, all the way down to, it looks like number 10, then you're going to answer number 11. And then down at the bottom, again, just answer, is it conduction, convection, or radiation? And that goes all the way through the next page. And then we go back to insulation again. What is being blocked by these different types of insulation? And then the last part down here for these is fairly simple. It just says which one has the greatest average molecular kinetic energy, and that is what we know of as temperature. So just circle the one that has the greatest kinetic energy, which is the greatest temperature. If you still have any questions about any of these pages, please let me know.